Welcome to the Garden of Eden, a paradise created by God, where everything was perfect. Here we find the first man, Adam. God formed him from the dust of the earth, breathing life into his nostrils. Adam opened his eyes to a beautiful world, full of wonder and joy. Adam roamed the garden, naming the animals and enjoying the beauty around him. But something was missing. God noticed that Adam was alone and said, "It is not good for man to be alone." So, God decided to create a companion for Adam. While Adam slept, God took one of his ribs and fashioned it into a woman whom Adam named Eve. When he saw her, Adam was overjoyed. "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh," he exclaimed. Together they lived in harmony, caring for the garden and enjoying their days. In the center of the garden stood the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God had given Adam and Eve a simple command. They could eat from any tree in the garden except for this one. "If you eat its fruit, you will surely die," God warned. But lurking nearby was a serpent, crafty and deceitful. One day it approached Eve and asked, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve replied, "We may eat the fruit from the trees, but not from the tree in the middle, or we will die." The serpent, with a sly smile, said, "You won't die. In fact, God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve gazed at the fruit. It looked delicious and desirable for gaining wisdom. Caught in temptation, Eve reached out, took a bite, and then gave some to Adam, who was with her. As they ate, their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. Suddenly, they felt shame and covered themselves with leaves. Later, God walked through the garden, calling out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam and Eve hid among the trees, afraid. When God found them, he asked, "Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat?" Adam replied, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit, and I ate it." Eve said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." God was saddened by their disobedience. He told the serpent, "Because you have done this, you will crawl on your belly and eat dust." To Eve, he said, "You will experience pain in childbirth and desire your husband." And to Adam, he said, "You will toil and struggle to grow food from the ground." As a consequence of their actions, God sent Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden. He placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life, preventing them from returning. Though Adam and Eve faced challenges in the world outside the garden, they learned important lessons about obedience, temptation, and the consequences of their choices. They started a new life, filled with hope and the promise of redemption. The story of Adam and Eve reminds us that our choices matter. While we may face temptations, there's always a path to forgiveness and a chance to learn from our mistakes. Life is a journey, one filled with opportunities to grow.